Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. What's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation? It's your boy Ed Honcho, aka your Houston homeboy, your Houston homer, Senior Saucy, however you want to call it. This is a Sauce Sports special. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer channel. So we talking all sports, but only Houston. But today, as you can see, we inside of NRG. So we're gonna talk about them motherfucking Houston Texans today. And this week we got the Cleveland Browns. And I just wanted to talk about a brief timeline of the history, the recent history in 2017 between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And why I think in 2017, every Houston Texans fan loves the Cleveland Browns. I'm not saying that we're fans of the Cleveland Browns, but every Houston Texans fan, every single one of you, if you're a Houston Texans fan, you love the Cleveland Browns for more reason than one. And we're just going to get into a little bit of that before this weekend, just talking a little bit of shit. But first, let's start off. Like I say, let's have a little brief rundown of how things took place. We were suffering last year through the services of number 17. We won't say his name, try my best not to slip up, but we were looking real sad coming into this year with him still being on the books, having to pay him a lot of money, $72 million for being the worst quarterback in the league, or damn near the worst quarterback in the league. So we didn't know what was going to happen as a fan base. We were we just did not see anything opening up. It just did not look good. So March 9th, we get the news, the amazing news. Rick Smith has finagled a deal with the Cleveland Browns for them to take number 17, second round, and I think a sixth to win away with that. So the second round pick. So we rejoice, fans, Texas-wide, Houston-wide, however, wherever, and internationally, everybody was so loved. I get a lot of love from all over the place from people who say they're Texans fans. So Texans fans worldwide rejoice. So the draft comes around, and the Cleveland Browns have the number one pick in the draft. Now, everybody says, it's similar to a situation where when we had the number one pick and Jadeveon was on the books. And there was a lot of y'all out there. Y'all might not admit it now, but there was a lot of y'all out there. Matter of fact, Sauce Nation is all about the fresh ingredients. And if you subscribe, you tune in, and you show love and all that, you're a fresh ingredient. So make sure y'all hit the comment section below. Admit it. Let's see if y'all going to tell the truth. Did you want to draft did you want to draft Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, over Jadeveon Clown? If you was a Houston Texans fan, I want to see who's going to admit that, because I know there was a lot of them. It was a big debate for a while. We'll see if y'all going to admit it. But they're in a similar situation to how we were when we were having that draft. It was Johnny Manziel, Jadeveon Clown. It was a couple other guys, and there's some guys I know that we initially before this regretted drafting, but now I don't think we have that issue anymore. But we went and took JD, and there was a lot of people talking about, oh, they should have took Manziel and all this other crazy stuff, but that would have been ridiculous. That would have been a bad move. But so now fast forward to the Browns having the number one pick. They take a defensive guy who's supposed to be a standout, one of those once in a generation type guys, one of those beasts, you know what I'm saying? And having a pass rusher guy who can get to the quarterback is an asset. So you can't necessarily blame him for that move, but hey, you make the move. Now, further along in the draft, some moves get made. The Bears make a move up for Trubisky. Texas fans panic because we want to figure out if we can get one of these quarterbacks on the list. I know a lot of people were thinking about Mahomes and want to scoop him up. And there were some people talking about Watson. There were some people talking about Kaiser. There were some people talking about a variety of different young quarterbacks. A lot of people wanted Trubisky. So as it goes down, the Chiefs make a move and get Patrick Mahomes. Now Texas fans start panicking because a lot of us thought that was going to be the guy. There was a lot of news coming out between him and B.O.B. And so we started to worry. We started to panic. How comes that number 12 pick? It's Cleveland's pick. Cleveland are good friends in Cleveland. Cleveland rocks, okay? Cleveland, our good friends in Cleveland decided, hey, we love those Texans so much. We love number 17 so much that we're going to go ahead and we're going to swap this pick with the Texans. The Texans make the pick that could be the definition of this franchise for the future in a young man named Deshaun Watson. And we're still seeing it develop. We're still figuring out what's happening. At that point in time, it was mixed bag. It was a mixed bag of reactions. I was reserved myself. I still try to be reserved, but there's no reason to be. And then the next round, the Cleveland, they figured that, hey, you know, well, we want a quarterback too. And they end up picking up a young man named Deshaun Kaiser, whatever. Anyway, later on down the line, a few months later, preseasons go by and OTAs and mini camps and all these things. And we're hearing this about Deshaun Watson, and we're hearing about how Osweiler's the man. I said his name. Number 17 is the man. I should edit this video, even though I don't edit the videos. Anyway, we're hearing about how number 17 is the man. He's starting out there. Well, the Browns are trying to push that message out there, even though we all know it's not true. Anyway, August 27th, Kaiser's named the starter. Meanwhile, in Houston, Watson's still behind Savage Life. I was Team Savage Life. You know, I'm not afraid to admit that. I was Team Savage Life, and I was talking about, you know, hold Watson, let him develop, let him wait. He's not ready yet. You know, I eat my words on that. You know, Kaiser's name started August 27th. September 1st, 17's cut. Texas fans rejoice again just because. I mean, for no real reason. But September 10th, it's football season. Deshaun Kaiser starts off against Pittsburgh. Went 20 for 30, 222, 1 TD, 1 INT, had a rushing TD. Very respectable numbers, very respectable numbers. At this point, it looks like Cleveland's going to get a win. Myles Garrett gets hurt, so he's not playing, but they may have their quarterback of their future, and they have their D lineman. Meanwhile, Deshaun Watson comes in, and second half of a game, we were down significantly. Showed some flashes, and, you know, that was a TD. And people like, all right, cool, that's cool. Went 12-23. Wasn't great, you know, about 50%, a little over. That was an INT. But like I say, it was just put in a bad position. Texas fans were like, that's cool, but we hadn't really seen it yet. Anyway, skipping through all that, knowing what we know now, we were hoping that this would be the meeting of the first possible meeting of two young rookie quarterbacks. Or young rookie, that's a repeating itself. Two rookie quarterbacks, and I guess Mr. Kaiser had not been performing too well, and Mr. Watson has been performing excellently. So I just want to say thank you. Actually, I mean, the whole point. I mean, I'm saying all of this really just to say thank you, Cleveland, for that pick, for taking number 17, and for enabling us to feel confident that we have a future. You know, some of us still may be on shaky ground about what's going on this year, but the fact that we have, at least for the next few years, one of the more electrifying players in the NFL. Now, we'll see how long this sustains. We'll see how long it holds up, and it may be premature, but at this point, we have definitely enjoyed the ride, and we expect for the ride to continue. And so I just say all this, like I say, to say thank you, Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. You're awesome. We're going to kick y'all ass on Sunday. But after that, y'all cool in my book. I will always and forever be grateful. You know, so when we reach the promised land one day with Mr. Watson leading the way, I look back and I say, you know who made this possible? It wasn't Rick Smith. It wasn't B.O.B. It wasn't Dabo Sweeney. It was the fans of Cleveland. It was the people of Cleveland who sacrificed that pick so that us Texans fans could be happy. So, yeah, I'm just talking a bunch of shit. But anyway, like I said, man, it's your boy Ed Honcho, just talking a bunch of shit. But I'm just saying that, yeah, a bunch of bullshit happened, and it all fell into our laps. And now, thank you, Cleveland. We playing y'all. We're going to beat that ass on Sunday. But we have to thank you for that pick, seriously. But with that being said, man, I'm a chunk of dudes. I'm talking that off the wallness. But make sure you check it out on Facebook.com, Sauce Sports, Sauce Sports HTX on Twitter. Sauce Sports HTX on Instagram now, so I had to change that Ed Honcho. That's going to be the Sauce Sports Instagram, and I'm going to use a different Instagram for the Ed Honcho adventure. But right now, so it's Sauce Sports HTX on Instagram and Twitter. SauceSports.com. HonchoSaucy on Xbox if you rock with your boy like that. But with that being said, I'm chunking up a deuce. Looking forward to the Cleveland game this weekend. Hoping y'all catch fucking Friday this evening. It should definitely go down. Shout out to the Astros. And let's make it shake, Houston. It's a good time to be a Houstonian. Y'all stay saucy. It's your boy Ed Honcho. I'm out.